Denny and I were married in 1984, and we were looking for a church family to help support our family. We had 2 young children, and I was expecting a third, and our grandparents lived far away. So we actually visited lots of churches, but we received a really warm welcome at the Gig Harbor United Methodist Church, and people were like our family. The Millers, the Robies, the Rockies were like grandparents to my children, and they remember them to this day.
We came to this church because after John and Pete attended Vacation Bible School, they wouldn't go anywhere else.
I love GHUMC because the people here are wonderful. I felt welcomed when I first came, and I have always felt welcomed and supported, and I know that they love the youth and want to do the best for the church. So,
the greatest thing about this church is the people who attend it and who I talk with and worship with and experience life with.
One of the best things about being part of GHUMC is that you are a second church family.
Well, I love my church because it helps me to think with an open mind and heart. It certainly encourages me to live with integrity and to serve wholeheartedly.
I love the friendly people, and I love the jobs that I've been assigned to do.
Hi, we came here in 1965. We joined the Methodist Church because we'd always been Methodist. My dad became the choir director later, and we had Corliss Hansen for a pastor at first, and he was very cool. And Grace Beardsley was my first Sunday school teacher in 6th grade.
I love Gig Harbor United Methodist because when I've gone away and come back, it's always felt like home.
One great thing about our church is the people that go to this church, no matter what their age. I enjoy seeing them, I enjoy talking to them, and most of all, I enjoy worshiping with them and praising our Lord.
One of the best things about being part of Gig Harbor United Methodist Church is there's so many opportunities to learn and to contribute, to volunteer, and to be part of a fellowship in this church. And to me, that's a great thing.
One of the best things about our church is the opportunities for service, whether it's in a mission to the community through quilting or a prayer shawl or several other outreach possibilities that there are for us here.
I love this church because of the All Things Considered class on Sunday mornings.
One thing that I have always liked about this church is their willingness to take anybody in. Anybody that wants to can worship here and feel that they're welcome.
I love my church because it means I have a family right here in Gig Harbor.
I came to the church because of one of the programs that we're offering, and I never left, and my wife stayed with us.
I love my church because I have been a member of the church for a long time. My children were baptized in the old church and went to Sunday school down in the basement. Walked over with us to do the groundbreaking at the building of the new church. And I find now that as I look back on some of those early years, especially as a single parent, I remember the times when there wasn't always the vibrant spread of food on the table at home, and I would drag the kids down to the church for Lenten potluck dinners, and so they had a great spread of food to choose from and dessert too. Now I find that my church family is there for me as I care for other family members, and I'm really excited to share Vacation Bible School with my grandsons. So the Methodist Church here in Gig Harbor has brought me full circle with my family, and that's why I love my church.
I love my church because they love my family like their own.
I love this church because there are lots of wonderful, awesome, amazing people, and the pastor's pretty good too.
I love our church because of the openness and the outgoingness of people around the church.
One of the best things about being a part of GHUMC is the friendliness. I've been a Methodist forever, just about, but this is the first church I've really felt a part of. You know, it's a family, and they care for you. The prayer chain is a big part of the internal friendliness, working, and the feeling of being a real church.
One great thing about my church is how welcoming and accepting the environment here is. The people are wonderful, and from the day you walk into this church, you are accepted and loved, and it's really it's a wonderful community to belong to.
Our church has mattered to a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. Today we celebrate 125 years of mattering to all those people. We won't be here for the next celebration of 125 years. I wonder what those people will say.